Welcome everyone, my name is Coach Jake. I'm going to be leading you guys through a full body reset using some small handheld devices like a ball and a foam roller. We're going to take 10 to 12 minutes to really dive into our body, reset joint by joint, starting at the feet all the way up to the head, and get us feeling better. So let's get started. We're going to take this ball, we're going to pop off the shoes, we're going to place that ball down here on the ground, and we're going to make sure that we place that ball right up front of that heel in the back of the foot. So just like so, we're going to slowly transition most of our body weight into that ball, and we're going to roll that ball upward towards the balls of our feet. So this is how we're getting started today. Couple rolls here, all the way up and down, really taking it slow, resetting that foot. And then when we're ready, I want you to work on curling those toes up towards the sky. So bringing those toes up towards you, all the way up, all the way down. Again, taking some deep breaths here. We have those toes curled up all the way through, and then I want you to curl those toes down. So right here, really pushing into that ball. We should feel some pressure. It might feel a little bit tense, but that's what we're working on. Good. Then when you're ready, you can slowly get going to the next foot. I'm going to give you guys some progressions and regressions as we work through these motions today. So remember to take it slow, really find out what's going on with your body, what areas feel more tight than other areas, because those areas might need a little bit more time, attention, love. So right here, just 3 normal rolls on this left foot of mine. Now I'm going to curl those toes up towards the sky, all the way up and through. Again, we're going for 3 rolls of each. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to curl those toes down into the ground, like I'm trying to grip into the ground. Still pushing a good amount of weight into that ball here. Trying to keep those toes curled. And good. Beautiful. Another thing that you guys can do at home that could dive into this foot a little bit more is we just went up and down the middle of the foot. After you do these 3 rolls with your toes flat, curled up, and plantar flex, we can also do the same thing with that ball on the inside of the foot, aka the arch. Same exact method, and then also the same exact thing on the outside of the foot, on that outside. Really trying to dive into the outer foot. That one can be a little bit more tender for people. So some more intensity that we can do there. So again, remember to take it slow, breathe with it. If there's any sharp shooting pain, you should stop. But if it's just a little bit irritated and it feels like a bit more of a nagging, then that's perfectly fine. Then the next one we're going to do is we're going to take that ball, we're going to place it on the ground, and we're going to put it right behind our calf. So you can see where my sock starts here or ends here. That's where we're placing the ball, and we're rolling that ball all the way up towards the back of my knee. I'm not going into the back of my knee, but just right below it. All the way up and through. Taking it slow, I'm using my arms for support. Nothing crazy here. We can get one more roll, really try and dig all my body weight here. And good. We can switch into the other leg. Again, we're starting right at that base of the calf, and we're working our way up, all the way down. Taking deep breaths here. And one way we can intensify the stretch that we're getting here is we can place that other leg right over that other calf. And you'll feel that little bit of extra weight helps that ball get into that calf a little bit more, and it can be tender at times. After we finish out our rollouts with that, we can place that ball off to the side and we can grab our foam roller. So again, like I said before, we're working our way from the ground all the way up. And this next one, I'm gonna put this foam roller behind the back of my leg on one side. So technically what we're getting is the hamstring, but we're going for a more lateral side of the hamstring. So not directly on the side of the leg, but not flat back. Just a little angle here, working our way up into our glute and still staying on trend of going down towards that knee, not directly behind the knee, but enough to get close enough to it. And you can see I put one arm on top of this to add in a little bit more weight into this stretch. Taking deep breaths in, and good. I'll show you what it looks like from the front. We're gonna go into the left now. Same thing. I have my arm on the ground here to support. I can elevate my hips to intensify that stretch. Still angled, going up the side of that leg. Deep breaths here. Woo. Almost there. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Very nice. So now we got the feet, calves, hamstrings. We're gonna flip on over and get the quads into the hip flexors. So I'm gonna flip over onto my stomach, placing that foam roller right above that knee, and we're gonna slowly roll it into that hip. So you can kind of see I'm using my arms to help propel me up and down, nice and slow. And all the way up into my hip, taking it very slow here. And then to make it a little bit more intense, when we find that one sensitive area, we can bend that knee all the way into the hip and all the way back out. Just like so. I like about 3 curls with this. And then we can switch into the other leg. So again, we're going one leg at a time here. Very slow. You can use that opposite leg to help support. Use your forearms to help bring you forward and back. And then when you're ready and you find that tender spot, let's get a couple leg curls. All the way up. Try and get that heel towards your glute and back down. Beautiful. So now we got the fronts of the legs. We're gonna go around and we're gonna sit on top of that foam roller to get our glutes. So I'm gonna place my right hip into that foam roller and put that right knee, that right foot over my left knee. Just like so. I have my right arm back behind for support and balance. As you can see, I'm rolling from all the way to the top of my hip, all the way down to the bottom of my glute. So taking it slow here, all the way up and down, and beautiful. Gonna get into the left side now. Again, working on slow control, Really angling yourself to lean just one glute into the foam roller, not both glutes. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Very nice. Then we're gonna move that foam roller to our back, but nothing below that bottom rib. So we want to find where our bottom rib is. That's basically the lowest point we want to go. Right here, sliding all the way up and down. Nice and slow. Trying to get up into the shoulders. We can intensify it by lifting our hips up off the ground. And then one more progression we can do is we can put those hands behind our head and we can get into the shoulders a little bit more. Beautiful. Taking it slow here. We got a couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Then before we hop up, we're gonna flip on over. We're gonna sit our hips back into our heels, put our forearms on that foam roller, and we're gonna work on stretching out and pushing out on that foam roller and bringing those hands back in. So these thoracic reaches, we're gonna do about 3 of them, coming up at the top and reaching back out. Beautiful. After that, we only have one more stretch for you guys. And we're gonna take that ball that we started out with and we're gonna place it right below our collarbone. So find the middle of your chest, find that collarbone, that's where we wanna place the ball. Right here, we're gonna slowly work this ball right up the side. We're gonna make sure our arms out open to the side, thumb pointing away from the body. And we're gonna use that opposite arm to work that ball into the chest, top of the chest, right up across each side. And then one progression here, once we find a little bit of a tender spot, we're gonna go through some reaches all the way down from that hip, all the way up to the sky. Beautiful. It's gonna help release some of the neck, shoulders. Gonna go into that other side. Again, working very slow, good control, pushing a lot of weight into that ball, into the chest. And then when we're ready and we find that tender spot, give me a couple reaches here. 3 in particular. And one more. Beautiful. Drop that down. The final one of today is we're just gonna go into a little bit of neck flexion, extension. So we're gonna take that chin, bring it all the way to the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And bring that head all the way back towards the back of the room. Let the arms hang, relax. One more time, bring that chin into the chest. Deep breath in, hold it, and big exhale. Bring that head all the way back. And that is it today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this full body reset. I hope to see you again soon.